All right, shalom, shalom. Call line ma Alahaino Yahweh Bashim Oshai Bashim Hawakakodash. Want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who will teach well. Hearty shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, your brother Karadas out back with another lesson. All right, gonna read these two articles that I found interesting in the news. All right, one of them is 800,000 soldiers. I just Googled because I seen some articles on it a couple of days ago, but it says here, North Korea claims 800,000 young people have volunteered to fight the United States. And these are all, whether this is true or not, these are all signs that you need to pay attention to and or see that the end of this nation, the end of this age, the end of this world that Esau is running is coming to an end, okay? You can see via the collapse of the banking industry that is affecting not just America but other countries. All right, they're going to get rid of this petrodollar. All right, but I'm gonna grab this precept and then I'm going to read this article. It's on many different news outlets, but I'm just going to read from a few of them or just one of them. This is Matthew 24 and start at 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. All right, there's people that came into the world and said that they was the Lord, and then the Lord put their as the death. Okay, all right, you can just look it up. Sometimes, like a couple years ago, that happened in Africa, but nonetheless, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, and we hear about wars between China, United States, Russia, and China together. All right, North Korea doing their missile launching tests, and there was an article that came out a couple of days ago. It take 32 minutes for a nuclear missile or a hypersonic missile to reach from North Korea to reach America, man. All right, and Lord will he speeds that time up for those missiles to come from one end of the earth into the other. All right, like when I say speed that time up, I mean make the time shorter in regards to the traveling time. Let's say it's at 32 minutes now, which they recorded. Make it 10 minutes, you know, make it 5 minutes, you know. As we know in Joel, the spirit of the Lord is going to be in those missiles. So hopefully that includes them speeding, traveling faster, okay, getting to America in a shorter time. All right. But it says here, verse 7 says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Right, so that we are in the times of the beginning of sorrows, man, because there's earthquakes everywhere. I got a notification on my phone earlier. Let me see, from the earthquake app about an earthquake. Let me see where to go. A 6.5 magnitude earthquake in South America. All right, 6.9. There was one that happened in Afghanistan. I think it was about 6.9 as well. I just read, and then there was a 7.1 magnitude earthquake that happened in the Kermadec region islands, man. Wherever wherever that is, I'm not even sure. But it shows you that we are in the times of sorrow, man. All right, because you hear about wars and rumors of wars. You hear about these nations teaming up together to come against America. This place has to be destroyed. This place will be destroyed. All right. So let me read this article about these North Koreans. All right, these North Koreans having 800,000 people to enlist to fight against America. All right, this is from Hindustan Times. It says North Korea. The claim came after North Korea launched a Hwasong 17 intercontinental ballistic missile in response to ongoing U.S. South Korean military drills. All right, almost 800,000 North Koreans have volunteered to join the nation's military to fight against the U.S. CNN reported, quoting North Korea's state newspaper, Rodong Sinmun. That's the name of their newspaper. If I'm saying it right, Salakia. If I'm saying it wrong, Salakia. The claim came after North Korea launched its missile, the ICBM, Hwasong 17 ICBM missile, ICBM, at Pyongyang's launch came amid ongoing South Korean U.S. Freedom Shield exercise, which North Korea called a preparation for war of aggression against it. All right, and that's what these nations are doing, man. The scriptures we just read, and you should hear of wars and rumors of wars, or the rumors of wars are what you just heard now. These people, all right, in North Korea, well, South Korea and America are preparing for war, and he's calling it an aggression. All right. It says North Korea confirmed the launch of the missile, saying that it was a strong warning to the United States and North Korea. This also is a rumor or a propagation to war, man. Okay. It says North Korea said under the grave situation in which the most unstable security environment is being created in the Korean Peninsula due to the frantic provocate and aggressive large-scale war drills conducted by the United States and South Korea perpetrators against the DPRK, the Central Military Commission of Workers Party Korea, saw to it that a launching of drill of the ICBM was conducted on the 16th of March. So with these nations doing war drills with America doing war drills in South Korea, North Korea is preparing itself with this war drills by launching these missiles, man. What the Lord is going to have destroy America. All right, Lord will sooner rather than later. All right, it says the launching drill of the strategic weapon serves as an occasion to give stronger warnings to the enemies, intentionally escalating the tension in the Korean Peninsula, which is America, all right, and America's allies. All right, while persistently resorting to irresponsible and reckless military threats in defiance of DPRK's severe warning and giving understanding of the concern about the armed conflict, which has come to a threatening reality, and to more clearly show the practical will of the party and government of the DPRK to counterattack the overwhelming offensive measure anytime it added. All right, so they're preparing for war, man. And just as America is doing its war drills, so is North Korea, so are these other countries, all right? But there's millions of Americans that's sitting here sleeping, right? Not knowing what the hell is going on. So I don't know how many soldiers are in the U.S. military. All right, this is a quick Google. It says in 2021 there were 482,416 active service members in the Army. California is the home of the most active duty militaries in the U.S. with 157,639 stationed personnel in 2021. I don't think America has that many soldiers in its military, man. So this one says, how many soldiers are in the Russian military? In terms of active duty personnel, there are They are the world's fifth largest military force with 1.5 million and at least 2 million reserve personnel. All right, that's just Russia. But America, I don't think America has that many soldiers in this military, whether it be Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines. Okay, but they're gonna cause a draft. All right, the draft for World War III. All right, and Jake, those that the Lord has rejected is gonna be caught up in that. All right, and then the Lord's gonna call them over there to be destroyed. All right, when I say over there, I mean and to the land of Yahweh Shaphat, the land of judgment. Okay, the Lord's going to destroy them. All right, so the other article I got here, it says banks are collapsing. Are we heading toward the new era of central bank digital currency? And the answer to that is yes. But the main thing that's going to show forth that we are in the era of digital currency is that charagma. Okay, if you know what that is, then I don't have to say it. All right, because I don't want to get a strike. But you should know what the charagma is. Okay, the MOTB. All right, this thing here. All right, and this is what you need to stay away from. All right, stay away from this. This is a warning. Stay away from this. All right, but nonetheless, reading this article, it says banks are collapsing. Are we heading toward the digital? So, like, are we heading toward the new era of CBDC? It says the news of banks collapsing and emergency meetings being held by central banks have raised concerns about another financial crisis. And Yahweh desire this be the last financial crisis before America is destroyed, man. Okay. It says the U.S. has only seen 2 banks fail this month, but Lord will it be 50 more, man. Okay. Smaller banks are taking hits, all right, and they're probably not recording it, or it's probably not being known or told. Okay. All right. So let me go down. It says, so what is happening in the banking industry, and are we heading toward a new era of central bank digital currencies? All right. It says here, CBDC are digital versions of the country's currency that is issued and backed by the central bank. All right, so it means nothing. All right, because the central bank money is backed by your belief in a paper dollar when they took your gold back in the early 1900s. Okay, so this money, all right, is not something you can't touch, something that you're gonna have implanted on you is and how to spend it, whether it be your phone or the charagma in your right hand or your left hand or in your forehead or anywhere in your body. Okay. And if you take that, the Lord's going to destroy you, right? It says they are not the same as crypto. They are not the same cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are decentralized and not backed by any central authority. All right, there's a difference in when something is being backed and not being backed by something, but it's all backed by your belief in this system, man. Okay. It says CBDCs could bring several benefits, and this is where they entice Jake to want to take it, right? It says such as reducing the cost of printing and distributing physical currency and increasing financial inclusion, all right, that universal basic income. However, there also pose several risks, such as potential to increase cyber attacks and the possibility of loss of privacy. All right, and you got to keep that in mind. You're not going to have your privacy anymore when you take this CHIP, this charagma. Okay, it says despite the risk, several countries are already experimenting with the CBDCs. China is leading the way with this digital yuan already being tested in several cities. Other countries such as Sweden are also exploring the idea of a digital currency. All right, well, we know America is going to have this FedNow service, all right, that's going to populate in June, July of this year. And I guarantee you it's gonna lead to, all right, the charagma being pushed out, okay, all right, in some way, shape, or form. All right, but here's some questions. It says, what are the risks when it comes to CBDCs? It says the government controls lack of financial privacy. CBDCs All transactions will be recorded and tracked, leaving no room for financial privacy. All right. So everything's going to be on the blockchain. All right. It says vulnerability to cyber attacks. All right, are digital currencies such as they are vulnerable to cyber attacks. So a cyber attack, somebody doing something through the computer, but somebody can take a Square reader, have their Square reader active, and all they have to do is bump into your hand or your phone, and they can take money from you. Okay. All right. A possibility of centralization. CBDCs have the potential to be centralized, which means the government will have complete control over the currency. All right. If you're not in alliance with America or whatever country via its doctrines and philosophies, they could take money from you. Okay. Risk of inflation. CBDCs could be used as a tool for the government to print more money, which could lead to inflation, which is going on now, right? When America's in debt, when Americans are in debt, we are expected to pay our debts, but America doesn't pay its debt, right? It says dependence on government. CBDCs would make individuals dependent on the government for their financial transactions. Again, more control, right? Reduction in financial innovation. CBDCs could lead to a reduction in financial innovation since they are controlled by the government. Unintended consequences are unintended consequences. CBDCs are relatively new technology, and their implementation could lead to unintended consequences that are difficult to predict. All right, it's kind of lengthy, but this move by the government to control people's money is an attempt to protect their privileged position or exert more control over individuals. All right, and that's what that is. But the whole point of me reading this article is that when you take this money, you give them your freedoms. All right. Well, when you coincide with the beast, all right, you give up your freedoms. But when you pledge allegiance to this beast by what I'm going to read here in Revelation 13, it says here, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their forehead. And that's going to happen via you taking that C-hip, man. Okay. And it's going to happen via the banks crashing. It's going to happen via financial and more economic woes coming to the soils of America. All right. It's going to happen because they have been implementing processes and ways to get this financial currency, this current currency, out the window. Pandemics and things like that. All right, that's one way for that type of situation to happen. All right, that's how he's going to cause it to you, right? And then just a list of things that we have read, that's going to cause you to lose your so-called freedoms. All right, but nonetheless, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So this is what's coming. This white man is about to go full-fledged hell on you guys and give you this charagma, or you're going to die, right? But if you don't take it, Lord will he have mercy on you. When I say he, Yahweh will have mercy on you, and you get delivered, right? It's for the elect only, right? But if you do take it, here's the judgment for you. This is Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the angels and in the presence of the Holy Lamb. So in front of Yahweh Shai and the angels that come with the Lord, if you take that chip, you're gonna be missile food, man. All right, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. All right, so we keep the commandments of the Lord, and one of his main commandments is to not idol worship, man. When you take this charagma, you idol worshiping, man. All right, so just some things that's going on in the news. All right, nations are building up their armies, and the financial structure of America is coming down, man. Okay, because America is losing its power as an empire. All right. So Lord, we was edified. Don't take the charagma by any means. Okay. All right. You heard it here first from the men of Great Millstone. All right. And Lord Williams edified, call line blah, Alahaina, Yahweh by Shimmy Shai by Shimmer Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Guru and Teachable, Hardy Shalom to those for elect, Kwam Yasharalam, Wafa Ball, Ba'a Mahar, and one Yahweh Shai Shalom.